Welcome again. It is time for Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos, which hopefully you do find informative. And the book I'm reviewing for you today is one you will very seriously consider. And the book is Behind the Mask, a revealing look at 12 of the greatest goalies in hockey history by Randi Druzin. This is published by Greystone, and it retails for $29.95. Randi Druzin had a previous book, Between the Pipes, that talked about several goalies, older goalies and newer ones, some of the ones from my generation. But this one does have a few of the older goalies from the 60s, 70s onward. She first begins with a look at Roger Crozier, who played for the Detroit Red Wings. He played for them for 4 seasons, and then he suddenly called it quits. They called him the nervous goalie, and he went up to Bracebridge and he got into carpentry. He just wanted to distance himself from the hockey life and the hockey world. And a teammate went up there to Bracebridge, during the summer, and he found him doing shingling on a roof. And he said, what? Basically, why did you quit? And he said, and I quote, "If I bend a nail, I don't have 12,000 people booing me." So Roger Crozier just couldn't deal with all the fans. When he made a bad play, they all booed him, and if he did well, they cheered him. When he allowed a goal in front of his home team fans, they booed him. But he decided to come back to the Wings, and he played with them for several years until they finally traded him, and I think he went to the Boston Bruins at one point. But the book is really fascinating in that it looks at 12 of the best goalies in the business, and there have been quite a few who have come and gone. She also looks at Gerry Cheevers, who started with the Toronto Maple Leafs. But the problem was, at the time, the Toronto Maple Leafs also had 2 superior goaltenders, Terry Sawchuk and Johnny Bowers. So they wanted him on their team, but they could only keep a couple of goalies, and it was time for the NHL draft to come. So the Leafs decided to put him down as a forward instead of a goalie. So they tried to keep him, but NHL President Clarence Campbell at that time noticed this and said, no, he's not a forward, he's a goalie. So they had to list him as a goalie. So he was taken in the draft by the Boston Bruins. And he had a lot of successful seasons with the Boston Bruins. We all know Gerry Cheevers. And some of the other goalies that the author talks about in the book are Ed Giacomin, Vladislav Tretiak, Mike Palmateer, Grant Fuhr, Ed Giacomin, Rogie Vachon, and many more. She looks extensely at their careers, even before they were in the National Hockey League. They paid their dues in the minor leagues, of course, the American Hockey League and other leagues, honing their skills till they got into the big show, as they say. And they had great careers. They led the teams to Stanley Cups. They were all-stars, and some of them sort of went down in flames, and they weren't as great as they used to be, so their teams either traded them or left them on the waiver line. So, and they were picked up by another team. So if you're a great hockey fan, you will find this book most interesting because the author, Randi Druzin, looks at 12 classic goalies, ones that you will definitely know, you definitely watched if you were at the stadiums you cheered for or you booed for. If you sat at home in front of your TV, you were cheering them, and if they let in an easy goal, it was like, you bum. So anyways, hockey fans, this is a great book to have to add to your collection. So if you do buy it and you do agree with me, please let me know. I think you will. So thank you for watching this video. I will be back very soon with another book review. So until that time, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Thank you again. Bye for now.